the shoes, I'm probably gonna like mess up after going outside. I feel good now, man.
Yeah. So this is my mobile unit. So they use this as my monitor. I hook up my computer to this, and then the webcam here, and then this is the recording area. So I have the studio lights. So this is where I record.
This is like a whole, it's like a one-stop shop for like,
it is.
That's like an ultimate man cave.
This comes out, yeah, this comes out. So, yeah. And all these lights turn on, they face this chair.
Dude.
So I'm hoping the lighting is good enough. Cool.
I appreciate
I'll
it,
send you a
man.
message. Nice to meet you, man.
Guys, everyone go follow Tony on Facebook. I'll put his URL right here.
Through. All right.
Whenever girls talk about how good they feel after they do their makeup and when it's like spot on, I think the only thing comparable would probably be when a guy gets a haircut. There's no better, like cleaner feeling than like being perfectly shaved on the sides and the back of your head and just going out and knowing that your hair looks good. The only part about the city that I live in that kind of semi-sucks is that every single place you go to, chances are you've dated somebody, hooked up with somebody, or like had a thing. So it's not awkward for me, but I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of awkward, and I don't feel awkward that often, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. And it doesn't make it any better that I'm walking around with a camera and I stand out like a sore thumb. When I was in first grade, I peed my pants at school. It's probably the most embarrassing thing that happened to me my entire academic career. Anyways, we were in the computer lab. The computer lab was time set aside where the entire class would go to this classroom where there was all kinds of computers and we would play games like Dino Park Tycoon and Oregon Trail and whatnot, right? I had to go to the restroom really, really bad. I raised my hand, I go, Miss Lingrell, I gotta go to the bathroom. She goes, Devin, go ahead, you can go. I get up and I'm brisk walking out of the computer lab. I go to the first restroom around the corner from where we're at. I go to open the door, boom, it's locked. I'm like, what the heck? I'm so confused and I gotta go really, really bad. So at this point, I'm doing the little dances like a first grader and I'm too embarrassed to grab my crotch, so I'm walking with my knees pinched together, right? So I'm brisk walking with my knees pinched together and my hands out of my pockets, out my side, down the campus to the other bathrooms next to the nurse's office, right? I walk into the restroom, thank God it's open. I go to the first urinal that I see. I start trying to unbutton my pants. You know what happened? My mom dressed me in button fly jeans that morning. If you remember being 7 years old and wearing button fly jeans, it was the worst experience every time you had to go to the restroom. So I'm standing there, I'm like looking down and I'm trying to like play around with the buttons thinking there's gonna be some little magic trick or a little hack to unbutton these jeans. Not working. In my head, I remember thinking like, why didn't I wear the zipper jeans today? And I think back now, being 27, I go, well, it's because I didn't dress myself, right? So lesson to be learned when you're in first grade, if you're a little kid watching this, dress yourself. I'm standing there, and by the time I finally get one button done, I'm already peeing down my leg, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I even doing? I don't know why it makes you feel terrible that when you pee your pants as a little kid, you just feel like you got fired from a job or something like that. I walked back to the computer lab, and when I walked in, I was facing the whiteboard because what happened was there was all these computers facing the same direction, right? And they're all facing forward. So when I walked in, I didn't walk in sideways. I literally walked in like this with my back to the computers. And I remember I sat in the first row at the end, so thank God I didn't have to walk in front of like everybody down the aisle, right? So I sit down and there's this girl named Ashley next to me, and I remember her saying, it smells like pee in here. And I got so furious. I remember being like, oh my gosh, shut the up. Like, I was going crazy inside my head, but I played it cool. I just kept playing Oregon Trail and just let it slide. Luckily, there was only like 15 minutes left of school, and my mom had picked me up, and I remember walking up to her in town and like I peed my pants, like she wasn't gonna know already.
Niggas, they been hating on me, acting like my friends, but really ain't my homies. Wanna come around and kick me when I'm down. Just know what goes around comes around, yeah.